Welcome to Conversations with K and J. We're your hosts, Kayla and Janae.
And here, we talk about love, life,
and lessons learned. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Daily Doses of Conversations with Kayla
and Janae.
In today's energy, we are looking into Uranus and Aries in the 5th house. So, spiritually, the challenge says to stir up the situation by using your willpower with the trust of a child. What do you think that means?
That's random. With the trust of a child.
Okay, so if we think of trust and child, then you want to go to like their innocence of not knowing. So they kind of give you that trust off bat.
Yeah. So if you ain't got a child around, go into your inner child.
Right.
And because I took that literally. Like, go to a child and start asking them some questions and see how honest and trustworthy they give you an answer. Because, like, nowadays, you can't trust adults. We, like, stuck in our ways, and they gonna either tell you what you want to hear or they're not very trustworthy.
Right. But, okay, so another point of view would be, you know how we cannot tell Kaylee that SMG4 is Mario and Luigi?
Right.
You know, like, she stands so strongly and, like, it is not.
She is very adamant. There's these characters called SMG4, and they literally look like Mario and Luigi. It's just their outfits are a different color, and she is, like, headstrong. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So,
like, she's not letting us convince her otherwise. And you just look at it, and it's Mario and Luigi. But
so how does that tie
her
back with
willpower. Stir up the situation by using your willpower with the trust of a child. She so innocently, truly believes this does not stem from Mario and Luigi, that she stands on it so innocently. And it kind of makes us question ourselves, like...
Yeah.
Yes,
they do.
I think it is saying to wholeheartedly believe in the things that you believe in and stand for them, because you never know, like, how that's going to open other doorways or perspectives for you. Mm-hmm. And it's through the innocence of trying new things, you learn new lessons. Like, that's how I would see, like, Kaylee's going to believe that until she realizes,
so
like,
she learns something else in life.
Oh,
that
history does repeat itself in different ways, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's just, I don't know. I feel like with the solution, it says an unusual example of energies to meet the challenge of the power of love. An unusual example of energies.
You need to
I'm reading
this.
I'm
read it upside down,
guys. Energies to meet the challenge of the power of love. So this is in the 5th house, and
that's the spiritual message.
That's the spiritual solution.
Oh, spiritual solution.
Yeah.
An unusual example of energies to meet the challenge of the power of love. So I guess that just goes hand in hand with, like, an adult to a child is going to be a different energy.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a different, that's a different energy of love. Children give a different type of love, and adults give a different type of love. So those two energies combined will give you a different perspective, like you said.
Right. Yeah, because I think even with the Mario and Luigi, like, example, because she stands on it so strongly, it kind of makes us curious of, like, where did all this start? Like, where did this come from? Like, it opens us up to her world.
Or it makes us compare the two, right? Yeah. Because they may look the same, don't mean the concept of the characters are the same.
At all.
Right. They just look alike. But her characters, these characters nowadays don't.
10 out of 10 do not recommend.
Right. They probably got some way more wickedness to them.
Yeah.
They show a different type of love and relationship. You know, like the Mario and Luigi. We just think they homeboys, right? Like in the game, they like, oh, they just homeboys running around having an adventure. But in SMG4, I don't know. They be like, they be like love interest. They show you what Mario Luigi originally are, like in between the lines, like two gay couples, and that's the difference between then and now. You get it?
Yeah.
So
it wasn't just so out there.
Yeah, and then that also shows you like how we showed love then and how like gayness was in the closet, and nowadays gayness is out and proud.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
But how does that apply spiritually?
It
brings more authenticity to the table.
Yeah, and I think it helps us to show up in the way that we should, or like you said, like authentic.
Yeah.
Because I understand the generation of Mario and Luigi, I could be a gay person in the closet still. But because now I understand that nowadays are different, I can be proud of who I am.
Yeah.
Because those times have changed. And that energy needs to change. Right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that we were hiding in a past life?
Right. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
Don't you think we would be scared or like traumatized in this lifetime if we did?
Well, like you said, if history repeats itself, I think there was a time when we was out and proud, which is why it's repeated itself now in this generation to be out and proud. Yeah. I think there was a time when we could be in the closet and, you know, that reflected itself back in fucking, you know, I don't know. I feel like they was out and proud in the 70s too. Yeah. Or, you know,
it just
disco time.
Like televised.
Yeah. But like you said, history repeats itself.
Yeah.
So I don't quite understand how this all going to tie together now, but
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Mentally, the challenge says to be open to new ideas about what you think you know about fun, romance, and making art.
Right. See? Open your mind to like match who you are today and what society is giving out today so that you can be fun, you can have different type of love, you can make creative art based on the times. You know?
Yeah.
The Mario and Luigi thing is like we said, our idea of Mario and Luigi, they was just homeboys. Kaylee's idea of Mario and Luigi, they have some gay romance going on. And
so, do you think ultimately it's about taking a risk and seeing how
everybody else perceives it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, the solution to the mental energy says a different way of looking at your desires regarding investment gambles in other games. So, I don't know how they're trying to apply that, but how I see it is referencing a child. Like, it's a 50-50. You either gonna be on to exactly what that is or you're gonna be off. But again, it brings that change of perspective. But it's still a risk involved. I don't know how to explain that any more than that. But it just seems like
it's about being bold and putting your ideas out there, and like you said, it's going to bring change. It's going to give everybody else a different way of seeing things.
Right.
In the way you love. You could love somebody differently than they ever had before. That will change them. Right. The way you make art. If your art is bold and vibrant, that's going to, change someone.
Yeah.
The way you have fun. If people, seeing you have fun and be out there and, go different places and explore the world opens everybody else's mind that they can do the same.
Yeah. I think it's fully expressing yourself in a way. Because just like a child, like they can show when they're happy, they show when they're sad.
Right.
And everybody gets affected by, like, you can take pictures of children and their moods, and then people can feel sad because the little girl's crying in the picture,
Yeah, kids know a lot more than we think they know.
For sure.
And they come with a innocence, or they will tell you exactly what they're seeing based on their environment, based on what you're teaching them, what they're around, what they have perceived, what the world is giving out to them. They will tell you with straight honesty, and then that kind of like will help you see the world of like what we putting out, like today's music. Like you got 5-year-olds and singing Pound Town, like, but we got to be real with ourselves. This is what is out there today.
Yeah.
This is what they got to listen to.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't got old school R&B anymore. They don't have that stuff. So it's just like when you ask them, "Oh, what's your favorite song?" and they sing in Pound Town, this is what they're pushing. This is the agenda. Like I said, Mario and Luigi, they pushing, gayness and all this, and that could be in a good or a bad way. It can be harmful, or it can be. It all depends on how they're using it. Most in our media, they tarnish that love and that funness and that like freedom.
Yeah.
To make it come off as something that's like evil and bad and.
Okay, so physically it says invent a way to do it your own way and do it dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's still part of the innocence. Like you believe in what you see and what you want to create, and allow it to, I don't know,
speak volumes.
Right, be what it is.
Be what it is. Yeah. If it's not harming anybody, if it's not offending anybody, like stand strong in what you believe in and who you are, and be expressive.
So it says an unexpected change resulting from the honesty and strength of your creations. So I still think it goes with the last few messages of not knowing what things can transform into for you by living and speaking and creating from that authenticity. Like something is going to grow from your innocence around whatever it is that you see for yourself or that you see for your life, as long as you don't like dampen it with, I don't know, like low vibrational
negativity.
Thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but I think collectively we spent enough time looking at the cons and the short end of the stick that now it's just time to leave that perspective behind, because we should just have hope now. Like we've made it through unknown times, trying to hold on to the worries of yesterday and tomorrow's, and now this is just a time to be present and live life as it comes.
Right. And we've seen so much of the times, like we've seen with history and how it's changed and replayed itself.
Right. So what else can you do, like in this life, other than live it to your fullest and make the most for yourself? Again, as long as that doesn't include you hurting or harming someone else,
right,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Because if you hold on to things too strongly, you probably hold on to things that you can't control anyways. So you're meant to experience and express. That's how I take it.
Yeah.
And not worry about the judgments of others. Because Kaylee don't give a flying flamingo how we feel about Mario and Luigi.
Right.
She's just like, no. This is SMG4.
Right.
And it's just like, all right. So in her world, that does not exist to her. Or she don't care for it to exist. And again, we can't go changing her mind or convincing her otherwise.
Right.
But it just shows why we are 30-something and she's not.
Right.
You know?
It shows what
So-
time we're stuck in.
Yeah, the times.
And what times we not willing to convert to and adjust to, and what times they're not.
Right.
Like, she not gonna go listen to old school R&B. She gonna listen to what she listened to today. That's her. That's their culture. That's their...
But I think that was us too. Sorry if y'all are hearing 8 million
It's-
billion sounds in the background.
Right.
Our animals are just like on 10 a day. But I guess this is also how we were growing up.
Right.
You know, like
We wasn't
I
listening
think
to Motown and being like, oh, that's the jam. And
when I was, it
and
was
our
because
CD
we were in
players.
the car, you know, or like we had to listen to it
Right.
around them. But then as I gotten older, it's like a choice.
Right. When we was buying CDs and we had our CD players, we wasn't going and getting Luther Vandross albums. Like, we was, you know, we listened to Missy Elliott and everything else. They over here buying Sexy Red and I don't even know any new school artists. But that just shows how different it is.
But I think it'll be appreciated over time. That's what I'm saying. I think it's something to learn from both. Because again, we will hit an oldies playlist every now and then.
Right. I think it shows how much more bold we can be. Like,
Yeah.
a Sexy Red, y'all, you can say anything and do anything in these times. Like, and that's very bold and out there for some. And it makes people they do things shamelessly. But who knows if that time will change where they be like, cut all that out. You know, and then that's going to be hard for people to adjust if they try to control us in that way where we can't express ourselves anymore. So you never know.
Then can we just start getting expressive people that have like
Some
a
morals.
healthier, right? See, I was going to say just that, but then I didn't want to come off like judgy, but
No, I mean, it's not.
it's a healthier example. Like you can be expressive in yourself without having to expose yourself in that nature.
Right. I guess the positive side is like embracing your sexuality. It's very raw and but it's like,
But who
Your-
really needs to celebrate
your
their
mama's in-
sexuality like in public?
right. That's what I'm saying. It's positives and negatives to that. And I think we just got to be able to understand what they trying to push and cloud our minds with. Like I said, that type of music is showing that be raw, don't hide yourself, be like, embrace your sexuality, stop acting like your mamas and your daddies ain't no freakniks, right?
Right.
But the negative is that our kids today cannot understand the nastiness and the just like degradingness of it all either.
Yeah.
So it's hard for our children, but a lot of the adults can understand it. You know, kids don't understand that. Don't go out there and do that stuff. You know,
Yeah. Like it's a time and a place.
it's a time and a place. It's a person. It's like
Yeah.
we want to get back to teaching them be in love. You ain't gonna be out there just licking random men's like booty holes. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm not judging, but it's like let's teach some love. Let's have some relationship. Let's bring
Do
that.
that with your person.
Do that with your person, right? Like bring that back to what it used to be.
Whoa.
Old. Let's tie the old with the new.
Did your free workout kick in?
Oh, it kicked in big. You know? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
No, I do.
tie the old with the new. There's a balance there. We're not gonna make like we not freaky people, but it's just like we
True.
also ain't gonna be pushing like do that with any and everybody.
Right. Right. And I think that's just the difference that we're speaking on.
That's the difference.
I'm not saying that people don't
People don't
resonate
do
with
it.
that
Right.
or, you know, but
Right.
it's the time and the place.
Right. So I think that's what
That
it's
was
saying.
interesting.
A very interesting topic.
Yeah. So
But bring a balance. I guess that's what it's saying. Be bold, be shameless, but balance that out with what you understanding, what you pushing out there, and how other people are taking it, how they could perceive it.
Yeah.
Because you are an influence. And I don't know, I guess it's up to you how you want to be. If you want to give good to the world, or you want to add to the negativity, like.
Right. Choosing which side of the spectrum you want to be on.
Right, because
What
you
you
can
wanna
look at those
represent.
people and those artists, and you can say women empowerment, and but you can also see the negative side of it all.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be like how much you want to push that positivity or that negativity.
Right. Right. Or finding the balance between it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just repeated what you said, but that's it.
All right.
It's awesome.
I need to take more pre-workout, guys.
Yeah.
It puts me on 10.
You came alive. All right, yeah. We're out. We're out. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and vibing with us, and we will talk to you in our next one. Bye.